We're live. Okay.
Dude, 3 or 2 dicks. That's where I live.
Yeah.
I need at least 2, though.
I'm going to go ahead and do the intro.
That's all right. Get it going.
It's my phone. You know.
That's all right.
I think I need
We're
a new
starting
one.
the show.
I think I need a new one.
Welcome to ID10T Show,
Welcome.
where shit might not always
To the
work, but we're going to
trippy,
do it anyways. We're going to do the
dippy,
show.
Dippy,
Baloney.
hippity dippity, doodah, baloney.
Doodah.
Doodah.
Yeah.
Doodah baloney.
So,
Doodah baloney. I doodah. I blow me. What show is this, Mike?
dude, I want to 55. I want to do just me breathing.
I just got an
Hey,
erection.
this is why we have our own mics. Because I'm sure you guys don't want to be on my mic after I'm like all making out with it.
I wish
Chris deep throated his. I mean,
that my dick was your mic. You just breathe on it all day.
Chris, would this be an acceptable girth to you?
Yeah,
This
That's good.
This is extremely girthy, just so you know.
yeah. I want a little more like that. That one.
That's too much, bro.
I want Corey Mike. I want some Corey Mike so bad.
All right. Hey, you know, I just want to say thank you to everybody for bearing with us in our
Transition.
video transition. It's been growing pains for all of us. We're stressed out. Always before the show, it's always like,
Yeah.
if it can go wrong, it does.
And
you
it
know,
has.
and like still haven't gotten like a live feed where people can click on and watch us live. One of these days we will get there. It's trial and error right now, and I appreciate, because I know we still get listeners. We got the audio thing going on SoundCloud and Stitcher.com. Make sure that the best way to listen to us is make sure you like our Facebook page. Like I said, ID10T Show on Facebook, please. We need your support. You know, share our page,
Please.
because the more the merrier.
Modem.
The modem?
I think we're gonna try and go to next First Friday. We were
Yeah.
talking about that earlier. I think that'd be a great idea.
Next first.
Next First Friday.
First next.
So I'll go ahead and get my little plugs out of the way. B-Rad, he's rocking a brand new Benzo. He just got a brand new Mercedes Benz. Can you
Wow.
imagine that, Chris? You know, he's had that
No.
old ass Mustang convertible for so long. I bet you he still has that fucking car.
Yeah, probably.
I
Did
would
you
have
remember
it.
the Mustang? You
I don't
didn't
think-
see it? Okay, well, he's got this white like 89 90 Mustang GT that he's had
Word.
for
5.0?
since we've known Brad, since we were little kids. And he just signed the dotted line on a brand new Mercedes Benzo. But congratulations, Brad, moving on.
Wow.
You deserve it, dude. You work hard. You're one of the busiest people I know. Hopefully one day we can get you on the show.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give your stuff a plug. Make sure you check him out on Buzz TV. Also znetworkx.com. He's a pioneer, and the most important thing, he's a Jew.
Oh.
Always follow the Jew. You know, in show business,
that's
always
how you-
follow
yeah.
the Jews.
That's how you know.
We're riding the Jews' coattails.
I'm gonna get you a show. That's
Hey,
my
we,
best
We
Jew.
gotta shout out Josh at Easy Pond.
Oh yeah, our computer guy. Well, you know, he fixed our shitty computer.
Yeah, and it's
We're-
still shitty, but shit.
Josh, we're probably bringing it back to you.
Yeah,
so
so
be
be
expecting
ready.
this piece of shit back.
Expect a visit tomorrow.
ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAPity
So
sap.
pixelated. That's all right.
Dude, so podcast 55.
Podcast
we can
55.
officially start ordering from the senior menu.
I feel like we should be watching infomercials and
You can get a 10%
Taking our
discount
multivitamins.
at Subway right now.
Wow.
shit.
Can I get my senior
ID10T
discount?
show.
Well, not with a coupon. I mean, what do you want, the coupon or you want the senior discount? Pick one, motherfucker.
So is it coupon or coupon?
It's-
Ooh.
It depends. If you ask a nerd, it's coupon.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
So,
coupons,
Pop culture news. Anybody got any pop culture news? I got some. Apparently, Kanye West is
Fuck.
still an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, I
Shit
heard.
ain't
no, that's
changed,
no
dude.
news. Yeah.
Jesus.
What's Chris? You
this
got anything?
fucking guy This fucking guy, dude.
You follow a lot of pop culture. What's going on in the pop culture world?
Well, apparently Beck was given, a Grammy. Was it a
Yeah.
Grammy?
Yeah.
A Grammy award, and Kanye.
He's like, fuck that shit.
What's a
That-
Grammy? Is it Grammy? Is that where
That's
like
music.
a grandma comes out and gives you a handy?
Handy, yeah,
That's a Grammy
Yeah.
handy.
yeah, totally.
That's a
I wouldn't-
grandy.
Hey, if a grandma came out and just started jerking me off.
Hey, there's some gilfs. All right, I've seen some gilfs.
I love me
Oh
some
my
gills.
gosh. Okay.
Grandma, I'd like
CBB's
to fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
CBB's hottest friend.
Look at
is a
these
gilf.
rabbit holes we go down.
Bro,
That's all right. Let's get
CBB's
the show
hottest
started.
friend is a gilf.
And you know what's funny is we don't just like kind of ease into a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
we
we
like
just
jump
jump
in.
in.
Yeah.
We're like
Fucking-
cannonball.
Gilf.
Cannonball. Yeah. So there's some gilfs out there.
So I have this new theory that I've been working on.
All
I've
right.
been writing. I just keep adding to it. I have this theory that human beings, the human race,
Mhm. I love
what are
this.
we? What do we do here on Earth? We're like a virus. I've got it figured. I got it
This is
figured
so
out
good.
that
You guys,
thousands,
listeners,
however many thousands and thousands of years ago, some planet was roaming through the universe
Hey.
and just saw Earth was like, damn, I'm gonna hit that unprotected.
Hey, Mother Earth, she's a
Hey,
badass
Hey,
bitch.
so check it out. Like they left us there, little seeds, little fucking STD, little planetary STD.
We're fucking like.
And Mars was kind of like, hey, dog, you should get that shit checked out. Earth is like, no, man, you know what? It's just the detergent I've been using.
Yes, it's fucking.
I changed, like, I need to get some new underwear.
Mars
and
like,
shit.
bruh, nah, bruh.
Hey,
Nah, that ain't regular, nigga.
That's
That
just
is not regular.
that's just not right.
Yeah,
Hey.
so thousands
Hey.
of years later,
That nigga like, I told you. I told you.
we're actually on our way to Mars.
Yeah, we gonna fuck Mars.
You're welcome.
Mother Earth is gonna give Mars. What? Okay, wait. Before
Humans.
I say, before humans,
Shit, I think I got humans.
humans. That's the name of the new sexually trans. Okay. So what do you associate humans with? What sexually transmitted disease do you
That's
guys?
terminal, bro. I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
AIDS.
AIDS.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like from like Cowboys days. No, Mozart days. Syphilis.
Syphilis. So it's like
You
before
die.
we knew how to treat it.
That's
Before we
which composer died from syphilis? Was it Mozart or was it Beethoven?
No.
It was Mozart, I think.
Mozart.
It was a
Mozart.
Did he die from
Yeah.
syphilis?
There's a lot. Chris, you could attest to this. A lot of people died back in the days to syphilis. A lot.
I thought Bach died from syphilis.
Hey, do you guys know what the number one killer period is? Period. Worldwide.
Right now?
Yeah.
Girls that are on their periods.
No, that's
not it.
that's
Heart
that's
disease.
mostly in America because we put up with that shit.
Mostly in America.
No, malaria. Malaria is the number one killer of humans
Malaria.
worldwide. So we might be
Wow.
malaria.
Okay, but that's
So we're
not
not
sexually.
That's not an
Ebola?
STD though, is it?
Sexually transmitted is funner than malaria.
Okay,
You
yeah, it
guys-
is.
You guys are malaria.
I'm going-
Ebola.
I'm going. You know what? Never mind.
He almost said this nigga.
Just put words in my mouth. That's not what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I know.
But
This is
no,
kinda fun.
I'm going with AIDS. Humans are equivalent to AIDS because we're gonna fucking kill you. You
I
you
wanna
get that
say-
shit, you're fucked.
1800 syphilis.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
but
think
syphilis
so.
we found a cure for.
Yeah, I'm saying
Earth ain't gonna
1800s.
cure us. Earth ain't gonna cure us. We're gonna spread
Maybe
to
it
Mars,
will. Hey,
and then we're gonna find a
maybe
black
it
hole,
will.
No.
and we're
You know
gonna
what? It's
fuck some other
herpes.
planets.
It's herpes.
We're herpes.
Because you know what?
Herpes.
Earth is gonna last a longer time than we're
You
thinking.
think the Earth is gonna kill us off
So
one
what,
day?
we're
Yeah,
just
and
gonna come
eventually-
back and pop up to like 200
He's
years
got a
down the
good
road?
point. I like that.
no,
I think
because
we're herpes.
because right now the Earth is like, fuck, bro. I still
I'm
got herpes.
Oh man.
Man, I got humans. I got HP humans.
Yeah, I think. See, but that, I don't know. And yeah, the fact that we're like, See, this is the thing. The
We're-
fact that we're
we're-
like, let's move to another planet as opposed to let's stop fucking the
I
planet.
can
we're
tell you this
on.
right now. We
Planet Earth
we
is
definitely
like-
don't belong to this planet. I think we were transplanted here, or we were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We are some sort of virus. Period. Like
You know, there's a
we're some
theory
sort of
behind
product
that.
of.
Yeah.
There's a theory behind if you follow evolution, like if you're heavy believing in evolution.
So
There's a-
itchy. That's what the Earth is saying right now. It's
What?
so itchy.
Okay, you guys know about the asteroid theory? How the
Yeah, the asteroid. That's
crashed
how I was
down?
gonna go.
We were on that motherfucker, dude. That was some other
I
planet
agree.
nutting on Earth, and we fucking came out.
And
Fell
now
into the ocean and we swam out.
Yeah, we just.
now
fucking-
it's like, you know,
we just-
planet
we just kept fucking.
planet Earth is like, it's like the Fortress of Solitude down there now. It's like fucking there's crystals. I don't even know. You know, like from the movie Superman. It's so scary. It's itchy.
It's a fortress of
Burns.
solitude.
Burns, dude. You know when you pee,
Yeah,
and it
like-
burns?
oh my God.
No.
There's
You
crystals.
know, I do. My piss does burn every once in a while. It freaks me out, dude.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm gonna die. This is not normal.
Yeah. But then
You know what probably scares people more than STDs is getting chicks pregnant.
Yeah, we've
Yep.
definitely
Yep.
impregnated this
I will
world.
I will take herpes over another baby any day because herpes goes away, right?
It might come back, but
Yeah.
like it's not gonna be there forever.
Yeah, right. It'll go away. Now you gotta tell nobody about it while it's inflamed, you know.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay child support for herpes.
Hell no. Hell yeah. You know what? I might be black.
And like, you know, there's a way that you could, you know, not have to have that baby too. But there's no way that you could not have herpes though. That's the thing.
Well, yeah. Even you know what? Even condoms aren't enough to protect from herpes. You know that, right?
Fuck that.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck
Condoms
condoms
ain't
then.
enough.
You know what? I'm never gonna use
That's what I'm
condoms. You know
saying.
what? I
Not
never have
everywhere.
anyways.
Condoms are not foolproof for STDs. You can get herpes and HPV both from with
HPV.
condom
That's a whole new thing.
Well, you know,
right?
men
I don't
are-
even know what that is.
men are essentially just carriers for that. We're not affected. We just go and spread that shit to every girl we have sex with.
Oh, so we're good on the HPV.
You know what? Probably all three of us carry it.
Oh.
I just it's there's more. I think HPV is one of the most affected STDs around. Period. Like there's more females running around with HPV. It's
Then
like it's like
chlamydia?
yeah. No, seriously. I think it's like 2 out of 3 or some shit like that.
I think Seth Rogen said it best. That shit is everywhere.
But you know what? Don't ever quote the facts that we say just know that we are full of shit. This is a small disclaimer I want to put out to everyone that listens and might actually take something we say serious. Like, yeah, hey, did you know like 2 out of 3 girls is affected with fucking an STD? Like,
Hey, dude,
that's a fact that
if
I
a
pulled out of
girl-
my ass. I probably read it on the internet somewhere and held on to it. And
Totally.
spit
Dude,
it.
hey, if
Your
she's on
Wikipedia
top
shit.
and you come inside of her, I mean, it's gravity. She can't get pregnant. What
Right.
goes up must
Yeah,
come down.
Exactly. You gotta.
know?
Hey, she just gotta stay in that position for a while.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just-
So we had a fun day today.
It's gravity.
We had an exciting day today, guys, didn't we?
Oh my
we,
god.
We had
Oh
the
my God.
equivalent of going to a horse track, and we had so much fun.
That was so fun.
And I want to know, how do you guys feel about it? Do you guys feel like we're?
You know what? I
Wait,
felt
wait,
bad
first of all, let's explain
until
what we
other
did.
people started doing
Yeah,
it.
okay, but yeah,
Okay, wait. Yeah, explanation.
Okay.
yeah. Let Corey go ahead and
Explanation.
explain what we're
So,
doing.
you know what? I don't know exactly what the cause was for.
This
I
is
just
bad.
know that we were at Ethan's school this morning around noon, 1-ish.
Yeah.
And
They had an event going.
yeah, there was
on.
an event where all the kids from each class would
It was each grade. They
Yeah,
did
from
it by
each grade.
from kindergarten to 5th grade.
all the kids from each grade, boys and girls, would be separated, but all the
Or
5th
sound.
grade boys would all race against each other. And then okay, hold on. Now we're in the horse race mode. But all the boys, all the girls for each grade. It started with 5th and ended with kindergarten. So before every race, we were like, you know what? fuck it, let's put some money on one of these motherfuckers.
Let's pick some
I was
winners.
trying to pick some
We started,
winners.
we started trying to pick some
Hey,
horses.
We were cheering them on like horses. Come on, pick it up! Hustle! Run!
And Chris was the only one to actually pick a
I was
winner.
like, hey, I got that colt with the pigtails over there.
The little blackest
so bad.
girl.
Dude, it wasn't because she was black. She ran.
Yeah,
to the field.
whatever, Chris.
No, it was 'cause she
I
was
noticed
black,
Chris
bro.
had a tendency to pick the
He
black
picked,
kids.
he didn't
Dude,
pick
I
a
picked-
single white
I
kid.
picked 2 out of 4 black kids.
I tried. You know what? I tried to be the opposite. I was trying to pick all white kids.
Yeah,
because I was trying to. I was trying to.
fucking
I was,
politically
I was just
correct.
trying to tone down what you were doing. I was trying
No,
to like.
I did not pick all black kids.
Motherfucker,
Dude, I picked.
You picked more black kids than me.
Guess what?
you picked more black kids than Angelina Jolie.
Guess what? Hey, did I get a winner? Who else got a winner
Yeah,
today?
You got a winner.
I
Because
got
he
a
was picking all the
winner.
black kids. We didn't pick one.
Oh my god. It's because that extra muscle. I don't even know where it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I picked a couple black kids too. I mean,
They were fast. Fuck
dude.
it.
They-
And yeah, no, but you picked the epic fail out of all the black
Oh
kids.
my god, dude!
That was my
that
second
stereotype was broken right
This
out of the
dude
gate.
came out of the gate
No,
looking
well,
like a
okay.
fucking.
First of all,
No,
I
no,
picked him because not because he was black, because he had so much energy. He was like,
Bro,
fucking jumping around.
He came
and
out of the
shit.
gates like this, and then finished like this.
He didn't even finish like that. He like the first 2 steps, like he looked beastie, and then it
Oh
was like
man,
20 yards in, done.
Dude,
yeah,
yeah.
he gassed, bro.
Apparently, he was like an ADHD little guy.
So what's
you know? He's
worse,
like-
us betting on the kids, or the fact that we were checking out particular milfs?
there was some
Oh,
talent.
And
I was saying.
Chris was walking around with a
half chub in an
at an elementary
school.
school with fucking chubby.
Dude, there was some talent.
How'd you? Were you comfortable with that?
I just,
We're just like, whatever. This is gonna
all
happen.
you gotta do is like kind of just, you tuck it back, you gotta like, you
No, you
guys
just
know.
tuck it up, dude.
No, no,
Tuck
no,
that shit
under
up
the,
into your
under
belt.
the belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can also push your ass back, and nobody knows nothing.
You
Yeah,
must.
you just
you
look
know what,
like
dude?
you got back problems.
Yeah, maybe if you're like
Yeah.
15 centimeters.
I got a weird back. 15
15
centimeters.
I don't know. I threw that out there because we all know Corey's size now. He's blurted it out. He gave it to us in the metric system though.
He was
He's
so.
trying to throw us off. I still don't know how big he is,
Yeah.
but I know
We're
he's
trying to
20
figure out.
something centimeters.
Well, his wife. His wife.
Okay, no. There's a theory.
Congratulations, CBB. That sounds huge.
There is a.
She's like, no, you're 18, but apparently she didn't do her conversions properly.
This
She
is
didn't
what
get it
happened.
all the way to the base.
I realized there's a common misconception
Hey.
between guys and girls and sizes of shit.
I guarantee you, my size that I say is wrong. I guarantee you, I'm way overshooting my size. But here's the thing: do you measure under from the balls to the tip, or do you measure on top to the tip?
Under
No,
the
because if you
balls.
go-
it's different. It's different. I don't do either.
Yeah, no. The bottom from the balls to the tip, or from the back.
Just
the
the
top
base,
part.
the bottom.
But here's the
base.
thing: it'll be different length.
It'll be different.
If
There,
you-
there's a way. There's
you
a way
measure the
around
top-
both of it.
If I
my
measure the
God,
top,
what are we going
I will
to
be
now?
extremely discouraged if I measure from the
Well,
top.
you got to think about this. You have to measure usable dick. The best way to do it is to go from the thigh, from right beside it to basically where
Okay.
you know
That-
what I
that
mean.
sounds
So
legit.
like the
That's a
side.
legit-
For
gotta
you,
get the
that might
side.
be an issue because you're a bulkier guy.
Yeah,
I'm
it
a little
actually
dude,
does-
and guess what? I get all in.
right. So
I'm
you,
little.
you might gain another couple centimeters
Yeah,
there, bro.
yeah, that's where- dude,
You got an extra half
I-
a centimeter.
I can get.
Hey,
like,
I might be
fucking-
bigger, but you got another half a
Like, he'll
centimeter.
hit the splits in that
Yeah,
pussy.
dude, I will go, and there's positions too where you go all the way in. There's certain positions,
Yeah.
and those are the ones I like to do. And
There you go.
know, because it just makes me feel better about myself.
Jackhammer.
I'm extremely average. But
Extra
He's
medium.
extra
But
medium.
if you ask me how big it is, I will definitely upsell it.
Yeah.
But I think that
It's fucking Magnum.
I think that guys have
I'm rocking a Magnum.
a common misconception about girls' sizes, and girls have a common misconception about guys. Like if you ask a girl away from the guy, how big is your man's penis? They'll probably say either I don't know or about blah 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 blah, unless they busted out the ruler for themselves.
Ain't no girl do that. There's
Yeah,
no girl to do that.
Right. So like me and CBB realized that like we thought that shit. I thought that her boobs were a certain size that they're not, and she was like, no, excuse me. Just the same as when she thought my dick
Well,
was
yeah,
a certain
she
length. I was like, excuse
She
me.
paid good money for those, so you better have those right.
Yeah.
Every cc of that.
Yeah, so no, that was a weird discovery because she has pretty good sized boobs.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, so how big are my boobs? So how big are my boobs?
They are prominent.
And I was like,
Thank you, CBB. You make the world a better place.
I was like, are they?
With your butterfly ass titties, girl.
See, now we got CBB's titties on our mind. We can't get it off. We're trying to move on, but we
I'm
can't.
gonna get it off. Pretty good.
Hey, so did you have something you wanted to finish that off with?
No, I feel like that we need to have a common measuring system, just like bras are commonly
Centimeters.
measured. But yeah, centimeters just make you seem like a fucking pimp ass.
The metric system. That's why the Brits. That's why the Brits do it.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Like,
guys. I can't
I
measure
got
my dick in
18
centimeters.
inches.
Hey, it does make it more numbers,
Oh,
though,
sorry,
right?
I mean centimeters.
Does that help at all? It's more numbers.
Alright, baby, you ready for these 18?
You want all 18?
Oh, I got 18 for you
Millimeters.
right now.
So Corey called me up this week. He was like pretty excited about this topic. I think it's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, I think we should pivot off of this one here.
Survey conducted said that 90%, and this is a very high
97.
percentage. I think that's way overshooting, and I think there's a lot of people not telling the truth. But both women and men are on the same boat that think that personality, sense of humor is equally as important as looks.
Now, this is the thing. To the ears, when that hits your ears, you're like, yeah, I don't know, maybe no, but you really got to think about it. That like there's a couple of different avenues you can go. Equally, that's the main point in this. Equally important. That means a fine bitch versus a bitch that can make you laugh. A good-looking guy versus a guy who can make you laugh.
You know, I just gotta go on the record and say that I think there's very few funny females.
Yeah.
Like legitimately. And I strongly feel this way. I feel that guys are way funnier than girls. Most girls are not that funny. Now there is exceptions, there's funny girls, but I think for the most part in the funny department, it's us. That's all us.
Yeah,
We carry
I
that.
gotta say because and it's not something that girls don't. I don't know if it's. I don't think they don't possess the ability to make somebody laugh. I just think women's humor versus men's humor. I mean, I'm a guy. I think other guys' humor is a lot funnier. I think Mike Epps, fucking Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, fucking those guys to me are just they will make me piss myself.
Well, yeah, off the top of your head, you can probably name off 10 funny-ass
50.
male
Bill
comedians.
Burr,
But name
Richard
a
Pryor.
funny female. Legitimately funny. Not scripted.
just
I can name some.
okay.
Amy Schumer's one of them.
Yeah.
She's a good stand-up comedian, but there's a few.
Chelsea
Sarah Silverman.
Handler?
Sarah Silverman's
Chelsea
one.
Handler.
Oh,
but they're-
Sarah Silverman.
They're
she
few.
Very
They're
few.
few and far between. I mean, I can name 10 guys to every one girl I could name. Seriously.
Yeah.
So-
Well,
basically.
here, let me just interject a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, yes, you guys are right. You know, but it's from your perspective, okay? Because you know what? Like, there's a lot of funny ass chicks out there, but they're probably more funny to other chicks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, this is very.
You know, and that's the thing. You know, there's guy humor, there's girl humor. You know,
Yeah, it's perspective based.
Well, you know what? I just.
tits. There's
Almost every
balls.
female comedian is the same comedian, though. They all joke about their pussies. They all joke about,
we all
dicks.
joke about our
But I'm just
dicks.
saying that,
We all joke about that.
almost
stuff,
every
you know.
comedian that I mean, Sarah Silverman aside, I think she's probably the
Angela
funniest
Johnson, she does the look at this. You like a longer short
Well,
nail.
here's the thing. I just think that male comedy is just more prominent in comedy
Mm.
because and we're guys, so we're gonna get what dudes are
Okay.
are saying.
Well, we're talking
know?
about comedians though, but I mean this topic is more general though. We're talking about females versus guys, and like is
Well,
you know
no,
of course
you know what it's really talking about is attraction.
yeah.
Because I think that, I mean, I think probably both been in the same, and we've all been in a situation where you thought one chick was hot because of her personality alone, like just walking around, she was probably a 7, but because she was so easy to talk to, because she was funny, because she got you, because she got guy humor, that elevated them to a dateable,
Okay.
But then you got that one drop dead gorgeous girl
Just
with the
hot,
fucking
a dime.
driest.
And
just
we have a
dry-
formula for that, how hot they are versus how crazy we'll deal.
Yeah,
But,
there
like,
is a formula.
Here's one thing, like
Sorry.
I think that the personality thing in a female is different because we don't necessarily need a girl to be funny, okay?
Right.
Because we try and do that.
Yeah.
I think we want a girl who thinks we're funny.
I agree.
You want a girl that like thinks you're stupid and laughs at you.
Yeah,
like that
gets
makes
your
you
humor.
that elevates you. That makes you feel, and that makes you more attracted to them. Whereas them, they probably want to be entertained. They want the guy that they don't know.
Yeah. Well, my problem with the whole
We don't have a
funny
female
thing is
perspective here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
easier.
if Shiloh, if you had any input on this. I know you're not mic'd up, but is it different? I feel like for a girl, if they, if they're fucking like if they're looking for a specific quality in a guy, if personality, like, would you be with somebody with a better personality that's ugly
It's mild,
versus versus
Mild, Mike.
Okay.
yeah, it's
No,
hooked
no,
up to his
yeah.
mic.
It's gonna be.
Sorry,
on.
we're micing
Is
her
it
up
on?
real quick so she can say
Is it on?
something.
Is it on? Just hit Mike.
I can hear it.
Mike's Mike. Wherever that was.
Mike's mic. But I don't know. I think
Hello?
I feel okay.
Hello?
No, that's open room there. You got it? Hello.
Hello.
There it is.
Okay.
It's totally different.
Okay.
Check.
So what do you got to say?
Sorry, we just had to put another mic on, listeners.
Hey, you know what? This is part of our growing pains.
That's all right.
You do realize that your podcast just kicked us out.
What?
Oh, it's there.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. All right, we're back.
Difficulties.
I think she needed to turn that mic around. There you go.
Female perspective,
Personality versus looks.
personality
Is it
versus
equal,
looks.
or is there one that weighs more, or what do you think? Is it different for a girl than for a guy?
I think you guys just lost your video.
Well, we're still going. We're gonna, whether if the video cut out, I don't know what to
It's
do.
all
We're
right.
gonna carry on. We're still
Okay.
recording audio.
Charlie Mike, continue the mission.
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, whatever. Girl perspective, I would be with a butt ass ugly guy if he was funny enough and he made me laugh.
See, and that seems to be the more common female, like.
Okay, here's the thing. What gets you in? Being funny or having good looks?
I think
think
either
looks.
one.
I
I
think
think either
looks.
one. Though.
Looks. No, looks.
I think girls are
You
full
have-
of shit.
You have to have something that opens you up to them. I mean, okay, why is it that most guys meet their chick in a workplace or in a personal situation and then they click and connect and have something? Okay, it's because that's how the connection happens. But if a guy who looks great, I mean that shit is out the window.
Yeah, well, I think it could work either way, because I think if you have a good-looking, if you're just a good-looking guy, you don't really have to say too much for the girl to already be attractive.
Yeah.
But if you're not and they don't look at you in that way, your conversation and the way you carry yourself and the way
Yeah.
they receive you is the whole shebang.
I
think
know.
just like Shiloh said, she'll date a butt-ass ugly dude that can make her laugh.
But
But
you know how hard it
I
is to
think for
get into a
guys-
situation
I think for guys,
for
it
a
doesn't work
guy
that-
to get into a situation where he can put that person on that level.
Go ahead.
That all depends on the girl, honestly, because I've sat at a bar, butt-ass ugly person comes, sits next to you, starts talking to you, they're funny, they have good conversation. I'll sit there and talk to him.
Yeah, but that
It
doesn't
doesn't
mean you're
have
gonna
anything
fuck
to do
them.
with the looks.
Okay,
I've
look,
gone out with people
look,
that
we're
have
not
been
we're not
butt-ass ugly
talking
because of
about
that.
you hanging out with them because I've never had a shortage of girls that want to hang out with us. You know,
Yeah, but-
especially like if you got like a friend that's funny and you guys got a good chemistry, and then like some girls are always wanting to hang out with funny guys. That's not really it. We're talking about attraction. Like what gets the guy? What is getting the guy in the door? Is it the looks or is it personality? I think personality does have something to do with it. I don't think it's always funny.
Well, see, this is the thing. If you have one or the other, it could work. Like if you're a really good-looking
can
guy
work,
and you
yeah.
have a shitty first impression, you know, good-looking guy, shitty first impression, he's good-looking enough that you may give him a second chance. If a guy who's but he have a great conversation, you will go back to that guy for the conversation.
Okay.
Now that could be the door opener.
But a guy that has the good personality is always going to work 10 times harder to get the ass. Where a
Right.
good-looking guy, I guarantee you, he's crushing way more ass than a
Dude,
funny guy.
it's so easy. He's all skinny and tall. Fucking, I'm here for the easy
long,
pussy.
long
Yeah.
cock.
Fucking cunt. I'm here for the easy pussy.
I don't know,
Punch
because I
that.
think some girls are self-conscious to where if they think the guy is too good-looking, that actually works against him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, dude. When
It's
You
the same
wanna
thing
know-
with
you wanna
it's
know-
the same thing with girls though.
Exactly. It's exactly. You never go for the fucking finest chick in a place.
You go for the
You
sluttiest
second,
looking one.
third, or
I
maybe
go for the one that
fourth.
looks like she's gonna give it up the
I
easiest.
go for the one who will actually make eye contact with me or talk to me. One of those two things.
See, so he's
And then
using the personality.
Chris has
That's
got
my guy.
Chris has got an abundance of personality, but he doesn't have an abundance of ass. You know, and
You know, I think we're coming at it from a very skewed perspective.
yeah, we're coming.
I'm
You know what?
skewed. Hey, I'm so fucking
we
skewed.
are at
Yeah.
a very like specific angle that we're looking at it from. But
I
you
think
know, I'm
we'd have to
going
get a
from.
bunch of male models.
You know,
in here.
I have life experience.
Dude, that would actually kind of like increase this a little bit if we had like some hot young fucking 21-year. Dude, you see how hateful I said? Some fucking piece of shit.
I hate them.
Fuck anybody. Fucking fuck you. Fuck you. Sorry. All right, let's keep going. That's what I'd say to him if we brought somebody like that
Well.
in here. I'm fucking more awesome than
No.
you.
Yeah, I think that personality is always important in a
It is.
relationship, but I don't think it's important for the initial attraction.
Initial attraction. It's
I don't-
dude. I'm wrecked.
I think
it's over.
I think that human beings we're very what's the word
I don't even know the word.
shallow, I guess. I don't know.
You know, here's the thing. Here's my thing. You know, it's like when a girl like comes into my life, like I fucking grow on them like a fungus.
Mhm.
Like I do, like a fucking fungus that I am. You know, like when a girl comes into my life, but it's so rare that happens. It's very rare because it's just the initial thing. Like
Yeah.
what you're saying, the initial thing is it's a very hard thing to get past, but like when a girl actually gets past, when we get past that initial thing, dude, it grows, like fucking
But I wonder.
they care, even if only for a fucking minute second. They do, they get close to me because I have a great personality.
That's what I'm. This is what I'm
fuck
thinking.
bitches. you know?
Longevity, because the question really is. It's a pretty general question, but initial attraction, I think looks kind of edge out personality, but as far as the long-term relationship, I don't think. How long could you be with just a pretty?
Yeah, you can't
face?
ride on looks for
Because
too
you
long.
want to know some
Fuck
real
that,
shit. You
dude.
want to know some real shit?
I want to find me a big fat chick
I'll
who can
Johnny
cook.
Taylor Vodka bottle this shit up right now. Johnny Taylor Vodka bottle was in a situation where he was with somebody who was an attractive person who had a very dry, bland.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and I agree. It
You
was
know-
really tough. It was awkward.
And
couldn't
as
be
soon
around.
as somebody came with a little bit more balance, who was good looking and had a good personality, and it was kind of even
That was
keeled,
it.
it was I'm donezo, bro. Like
Yeah,
that shit,
yeah.
So I think if you have too much of one thing and not enough of the other, it's the 80-20 rule. If you're getting 80% of what you want from a person, you're gonna look for that 20%. Now, if that other 20% ends up being 50-50, looks and personality,
This is a great
you're
conversation
in,
topic
you're
right here.
in. Because I think like if you have somebody who has too good of a personality and it's a little too ugly, like a little too ugly, like it changes some shit when you get somebody with slightly less personality, but that's they're
Yeah.
even.
And you know what?
they're
And I know
balanced.
people with like awesome personalities, but I don't ever want to do anything but hang out with them. I'm just shallow, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
They're just
but
a
it's
little too ugly. Exactly. I think those big personalities are great for friends.
Mhm.
You gotta have a balance. Like you want your main chick, you want your girl to have good looks. You want to be able to bring her out in public, and be able to have her hold a conversation with your friends. You don't want
You just don't want to go. It's all clammed up and just sits in a corner of a room.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No.
getting at right now these days is somebody who's just not gonna fuck me over. That's
Yeah.
it. That's my only. That's it. If you won't fuck me over and you'll care for me, I'll be there for you. That's where I'm at.
I'll
be there. Seriously, I'm being real right now. You know. Go ahead.
Good luck with that in Vegas, though. Vegas is full
Yeah.
of fucking crazy bitches.
You know. how
Hey,
it goes,
you know
bro.
what? I want you to read. Oh, hold on. I want you.
I don't
to,
care. I want a fat
I
girl.
want.
who
I
can
want you to
cook
read.
now.
I want you to say what you just said.
I forgot what I said. What'd I say?
No, what you
I just
want in a
want
girl.
some-
You like it rough.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yes, we do.
That's not at all
Advertisement.
what I said. All right, I just
Hold on.
want somebody who's not gonna fuck me over. I just want
Wait,
somebody
I
who's
want
gonna
you to
be
start
there
over.
for me and not fuck me over. I just,
Hold on.
I just want a real chick, even if she's fat, even if she's got loose pussy.
I just want keeps it real.
I want a real chick.
Tell you about keeps
Somebody
it
who's
real.
down. Somebody who's not gonna fuck me over.
Continue.
Please, Chris.
And then we're gonna run home. We're gonna run all the way home, girl. Me and you hand in hand. And then we're gonna live together. We're gonna make beautiful, beautiful babies. Beautiful, beautiful children. We're gonna get married. I'm gonna hold your hand. And then
This is epic.
we're gonna do so many wonderful things. We're gonna share our life together.
Build a house.
I'll build the house and you can live in it. We're gonna have furniture. It's gonna be so great.
Furniture?
We're gonna have 2 boys and 1 girl. And then I don't know, we grow old, and then I don't know, maybe we die at the same time. Our kids grow up and they own their own company. I don't even know.
All right. That was,
Thank you.
that was
That
an
was-
inspirational moment of the day.
I am inspired. Feeling good.
That was so
Man,
fucking.
I was like, tears.
That was so funny. Oh my god. I tried, dude. I put on the acting.
I know
things
you.
right there.
Yeah, that was like.
That was
There were
really-
so many references too. I loved it.
All right.
All right. Oh shit! I'm like sweating. I was laughing so hard through that. That music, bro.
I can't wait to listen to that. I'm gonna listen to this show. All right. So what else do we got for the table tonight?
Bro.
Are we done with this one? We gonna move on?
I don't think.
I don't know. That shit was epic.
I don't
bro.
think there's no.
we go
How long have we been going for?
38.
38.
We still got some time, bro.
Okay. All right. I got some more things we want to keep going. I got another relationship question. We're on relationships today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relationships.
Okay, and this is kind of a Johnny Table vodka bottle ish kind of subject too. Now, recently, somebody close to us posted on Facebook. It was something along the lines of shit. I can't even remember what the fuck was said. Not exactly what was said, but something along the lines of somebody once wise told me that you can mean very little to somebody you've known for years, but you can mean a lot to somebody you've just met, or something along those lines.
Oh.
Okay.
And right off the bat, I got like kind of defensive about that. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
you know?
I would
was like,
too.
that's bullshit. You know, whoever's telling you that is fucking, he's full of shit. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. But then I started thinking about it. I was
Oh, snap.
like, well, you know, I think we've all been in a situation where, like, we fall in love quick. You know, humans, we do that.
Yep.
People, you know, we're us as an STD.
Hey,
we
by
do
the
that.
way, hey, fuck you, other person.
So,
Sorry.
you know, I've been in situations where I have like a close knit group of people or something, and then I fall in love with somebody, and then like I'm all about that person. You know, I alienate people that were close
Yeah.
to me. So then I'm thinking, well, maybe, you know what? Maybe there is something to that. You know, maybe there is something to the like that weird thing we do that we just like we focus on one person, and then and kind of like forget the rest.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I think that's a. You know, are we into this yet? Or
We're into
Okay.
it. Go for it.
It's just
I
started.
think that is a sign of. That's one of the first red flags, because I feel like because a lot of times it's just one of the two people. Like one person is still socially active, they're still around their family, blah 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 blah. The other one is just literally riding the coattails. Like wherever you go, I go. Wherever we do, we're gonna do it together,
Mhm.
which is great. But if it, you know, anything without balance is fucked.
It has to be mutual, and that's where the shit goes awry. You know, is the
Yeah.
mutuality.
Do you think that, okay, say you're in a relationship for 10 years, Johnny Table Vodka Bottle, he's in this long 10-year relationship, and they've developed this
Yeah, it's
this-
like beyond.
this teamworkness,
Yeah.
you know, almost like maybe there's some flames that have been lost. Spark is gone. you know?
Right. You pass the honeymoon.
But you've been carrying on, and you know, and you've got like this life that you kind of built around this person, and then I don't know, for whatever reason, somebody else comes along, and you're like all those sparks have come back, and the flames and everything. Do you think that person carries more weight than the person that you know been with for 10 years, or do you think it's like a facade? Do you think like it's new and exciting, and eventually that's going to fizzle out, and you know you might have to make a choice?
It honestly depends on both people. There's two sets of shit ton of variables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
if
a
the-
lot of variables.
If the
Jesus.
guy that you've been with is, you know, that is willing to walk with you all the way to the fucking grave, you know, or the girl or whoever, the
Mhm.
person you're with, you know, you guys have built a life together. You've obviously grown accustomed to that life. Now, everything outside of that life is grass is greener now, you know. So, of course, things are gonna look, you know, alluring. It's gonna look like, oh shit, you know, he doesn't do that. She doesn't fucking do those things. This person is willing.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier in the show, it's the 80-20 rule. You're getting about 80% of what you want from that person that you've been with for 10 years or 12
Yeah.
years or however long. And this other person is offering you the other 20. That little flame that's gone.
hmm
That little part of a personality that this person doesn't have.
Part of that thing that whatever that is that makes people cheat and go looking
Right.
at other places,
Yeah.
you know, because
that little 20 fucking percent.
I mean,
I get it.
relationships get like that. They fizzle out. You know, all that whatever there was in the beginning, the romance and those fucking, you know, butterflies in your stomach and all that shit fades. You know, the sex every day, 2-3 times a day. It does. It just does.
And the thing about that
It's
is
just a matter of time.
the reason why there's variables is because if this, say the person A who's in the relationship, if they're able to just drop that 10 years and say fuck it, that, you know, some people aren't able to do that. That's why a lot of people stick together for 40, 50 years because they don't have it in them to do that. I don't know if that's a good or a bad trait. I really don't. But so that's one set of variables. The other set is the new person that's outside the relationship looking in. If they're cool with, you know, just saying fuck your life, you know, this is what we're gonna do. That, I don't know if that's a good or bad trait either. But the last thing is, it depends on why that person is there in the first place. A lot of times, how you meet that person Like if that person just is like, I don't give a shit. You got a man. I don't care. Fuck it. That's probably not gonna. You're going for the 20%.
I gotta feel like there's still something there, and it may not be romance anymore, but there's still deep-rooted feelings for that person. I don't think that person would ever just stop giving a fuck and caring and put one person over another, because you've built something. There's kids involved and this and that, and you've built something with that person. It's just that particular chapter is over. They're kind of moving on to a new thing, whatever. This may not work out. It may. Who knows? That's between them. But your life with that person that you had is kind of done. But that doesn't mean, just to me, I feel like the insinuation was they don't give a shit about me anymore. I'm fucking, this.
Well,
they only care about this new thing that's going on. They don't care about me, but I don't see how that is possible at all. I feel like that's just anger, just misdirected anger.
I can see that. Yeah.
Well, I like to quote a young singer-songwriter.
I love young singer-songwriters.
That was in a
Justin
relationship with Justin Bieber.
Whoa.
Weird.
Oh my God, we are like so connected right now.
Is this singer-songwriter, are they in a relationship with the DJ now?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Selena Gomez.
Just say out.
Selena Gomez. She wrote a song called "The Heart Wants What It Wants," and that will fuck you, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
And whatever the heart wants is right, and it's probably wrong.
Or there's another one, Johnny Depp, if we're going to quote celebrities. He says if you're ever in a situation where you have two lovers, pick the second one, because obviously if you love that first one,
there would be no second.
There wouldn't be a second one. So in that situation, obviously, this was some things have gone wrong in that relationship that caused them to not be together anymore. But that's, sometimes you just gotta kind of let a dead something or other lie.
Yeah.
And then but you gotta not.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, what Chris said. You're so smart, Chris.
You're better than us.
You're so smart. I think that shirt gives you super cat powers.
I think the thing about we're like all over relationships right now.
Well,
I don't even know where it started.
I don't mind it. I like it.
But I think the best thing you can do in the multiple lover.
If you're a dude,
fuck them both. No, the best thing you could do is because if you because if you got kids involved and you got lives involved and you got the best thing you could do is be happy. To be honest, you have to go what will make you happy, because if you say, okay, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to continue to be miserable, and that's just the life that I choose to live, then that's on you. Fuck you then. If that's what you want to do and you want to be miserable, then be miserable.
Well, Johnny Table Vodka Bottle was in a situation similar to this years ago, and then he found another girl, and she was that 80-20 thing, and she basically was like the perfect woman for him, but I don't think that ever took away what he felt for the other one. I don't feel like that takes away from.
And that's the thing is I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
I know you know what I'm talking about. But it's just
it's tough because what you build with that person will never leave.
Exactly.
And you miss it, and you will want that.
Johnny Table Vodka Bottle got sucked right back into some shit like that. And he told himself he would never do that again.
Oh yes, well, Johnny Table Vodka Bottle is a very busy man. Or woman.
And then guess what?
He did that shit again.
She came over,
Mrs. Vodka Bottle
got naked on Johnny's bed. And
what can you? Hey, you know what? Men.
What do you do?
To quote Chris Rock, we're definitely name dropping tonight. men cannot turn down ass. We are almost incapable of
It's
it.
tough.
If it's being thrown at us,
Yeah.
it is. We can stop chasing it.
Yeah, that's our
That
defense.
takes
That's our defense.
that takes a lot of
It
work.
must be my lucky
Hey,
day.
that exactly. That takes a lot. That takes a lot of work too. Stop chasing it. If that's what you've been doing all your life, it takes a lot to not do that anymore. But if it's like throwing your, we're guys, dude. We're so simple, you know.
I mean, come on. That's like impossible. I can't. I couldn't do it.
No, I know, and I understand. I understand.
Well,
I
no,
couldn't
no.
even fault you
If you
for
were
it.
with somebody who completed you, you could stop.
Well,
It's tough, but you can.
That opportunity would never present itself, if in that case. I don't think that opportunity.
I
would
think
present
with
itself.
guys.
You know what, though? But in situations like that, dude, tell me this shit has not happened to you.
Okay.
When you're with somebody finally after being single for like 25 years,
All right, I know where you're
and
going.
then that bitch finally hits you up after you like said, you know what, girl, it's me and you now. Now this bitch that you've been running after for 15 fucking years, it's like, hey,
Oh
let's go
my
hang out.
God,
Let's go
yeah.
hang out. I
Well,
wanna hang out with you.
Yeah,
Dude.
opportunity.
Hey,
Opportunity is knocking.
That shit kind of happened to a Johnny Table vodka bottle, but you know what? At least he got some booty.
I was waiting for it.
I had to say it. Because
Well, okay, look,
that chick that he was waiting for turned out to be.
we were talking to
Johnny
Zoe
Table.
about her
Bitch-ass
relationship
cunt.
status the other day, and I feel like this is kind of comparable because I was talking to her and I was like, look, we can't fault the guy that's doing what he's doing with you. And his,
Yep.
because
You don't get every
you know
opportunity all the time.
what's going on, and guys are very simple. If a girl's like, oh, you know what, I'll give you the vagina, and you know what, you ain't even got to be my man or nothing. This is just gonna happen. I'll keep it on the low. A guy's gonna be like,
Dude,
Oh my
that's
God.
like
All
I
right,
just hit
well-
the gold mine.
well-
I just
You
hit
know
the
what that-
fucking
Yeah,
lottery.
yeah.
it's like
We're
going
like-
to a store
Terrible.
and then the guy behind the counter's like, take it.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, you can come.
Yeah.
You can come back and,
Yeah,
and have
and
it
we're like looking
anytime.
around. Is there cameras or?
Is there?
That's exactly
But
what
we're
I'm like.
still gonna do it. We're
Where's the
still
fucking
gonna do
come
it.
back tomorrow and the next
We're
day?
gonna
and the
fail
next
that. We're gonna fail that
Where's
test.
where is the fucking manager?
But with women, but hey, with women, there's always a motive.
Ah.
There's a motive.
Hmm.
Women do things for a reason. There's reasons why women do everything they do. Whereas a guy is just like, oh, hell, I'll bang you. Let's do it. This must be my lucky day.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're fucking dumb. Why do 10 things up?
This is so fun though. This is a good conversation though.
So, I don't know. I don't know how to close the book on this one. I just feel like, my final thought is that
Go ahead, Jerry Springer.
I was gonna say, I kind of was saying it earlier that, when you build something with somebody, I don't feel like that ever leaves. That
Right,
will
absolutely not.
always stay, and that will be resonant in that person's life forever. If you're important to somebody at one time, you will be important to that person, for a long time. I mean, especially when there's like family and other things involved. But with that said, it's not really a good idea to go, blasting people and making people assume that like they just don't give a fuck about you and just kind of kick you to the curb. I mean, that's not the case. There's a long road that leads to people breaking up.
Yeah.
Most people
And
will
it's
try
ugly.
and stick it out as long as they can do it. I mean, we've
Yes.
all been in relationships where we're like, I should have probably left like 2 years ago.
Dude,
But
I should have left 8 years ago.
For-
I've been there. I've been
But
there.
for whatever reason, we don't. We're trying whatever options we got, and we do that for a reason because we do care. We do have penises and we're stupid, but
Yeah, I would say as far as that situation, they don't hold the same weight. One, you have to understand that new shit is better.
mhm.
That doesn't mean it's right. New equals better, but new does not equal right.
Everybody wants
So-
that. Though.
Hey, but guess what? You know what? Better isn't always better.
Well,
It's
well, this is the
dude.
thing. No,
it might be
is
better for a minute.
It is
For a good minute
yeah,
until
but
it's
you
not.
only know the perspective you're in at that moment.
Exactly.
So it does seem better.
variables, right? Like
Right.
what you said, variables.
Right,
There's
but
variables.
I think that
There's no way to generalize what we're talking about.
yeah, the only way to really understand is you have to flip the script and don't try to paint this picture of this other person because you now have somebody else that if they're like, you know what, well fuck you then. You're like, all right, cool. Now I can go this route, you know. If you really, and this is I'm telling you from experience, if you really want to know where you belong, you have to go away. You have to do, you know, go away, do what you got to do,
Mhm.
be with the new person, you know, let it ride all the way up to a few months if that's how long it takes, and then go back. Because if you go back and it still feels like home, then you fucked up. But if you go back and it's like alien, it's like, what the fuck? Did I ever live here? Did I ever do this? Were we ever together? Then that was your exit.
I think in most cases, when you go back, you can figure out why you left again pretty quickly.
Real quick.
Pretty quickly. In most cases, you got out and then you went back and then you're like, fuck, that's right.
Fuck, that's why I left in the first place.
I let my dick guide me right back here.
Yeah,
So
that's all I gotta say.
yeah. So
That's
one
the way to
one
close
real
it
quick
out.
one. Let's just do this one really quick. Let's blast through this one, then end the show. Okay. Spousal abuse. All right.
Okay, let's do
Whoa.
it.
Men-
Wait.
Pedophiles.
Men- Yeah. Men
Pedophiles.
can get a very negative shadow cast upon them very easily. You know, but whether it be cheating or whatever, let's just use a real specific, not too specific, but kind of a general example. You're in a relationship, and you've been a pretty good stand-up guy most of your life, but you end up with a relationship with somebody that really knows how to push your buttons.
That bitch done
Okay.
crossed me.
Finally one day, it happens. It
Yeah.
gets physical,
Hey,
and
dude, I've been in a relationship. Where a girl just rides that line, like she almost wanted to get her ass whooped.
yeah.
Like she did. She wanted to get her ass whooped. She actually did. So all right, go ahead and continue.
Does it make yeah. Does it make you less of a man if you do finally let it get to we could only take so much. We could only take so much. Every human has his breaking point.
I think everybody's abusive.
I've met my breaking point.
I think everyone is abusive. If you don't beat your bitch up, then you're mind fucking her. And either way, it's really hold on. Yeah, technical difficulties.
You could turn that off or something.
No, go hover that there, and then click the mic.
Yeah, that's good.
Are we back?
Oh my god, that's worse.
All right, click it again.
Plug the headphones back in, please. Sorry.
All right, what was I saying?
Derailed. All right.
Sorry.
So the issue that
We're at a baseball stadium, bottom of the eighth.
and now.
Yeah, okay. All right, we got that sorted out. We're good.
Got it.
All
All right. I think everybody has I think abuse is a two-way street. I've been in a situation where there's no way it was ever going to escalate to that level because I didn't care that much about that person to even get physical. Then I've been in a relationship where I was so crazily in love that I would kill that bitch. Like I will fucking
So
kill you.
you think it's emotions that
I
are
think
involved with
it's 100%
okay.
emotion.
Okay. I was in a few different relationships where things got physical, but it wasn't necessarily me beating a chick up.
Right.
One, I didn't want to be in that situation. I was kind of that, like, I don't want to be here. I don't care about you enough to be here. I'm trying to get the fuck out.
Right.
But she was so fucking crazy. She literally would block the doorway for me leaving.
And you gotta throw that bitch.
And that's, yeah. And the one time I just grabbed her and I just did this. I just kind of grabbed both of her arms just to physically move her, and you know what she did? She completely exaggerated what I did
Yeah.
and fucking threw herself on the floor, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to fucking jail. I'm going to fucking jail. But all I was trying to do is get out the door, you know. But then there was another relationship I was in where there was a lot of, feelings. We were been together for a long time. We got in a really bad fight, and I
Push
remember
that bitch.
I didn't know. I got pissed and I came in the bathroom and I flung the shower curtain open, the curtain itself. For whatever reason, it grabbed the rod. The rod wasn't on there very good, and the rod came off and it hit her. And I felt like shit. I just remember the look on her face when that happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is."
I have a pretty crazy one.
Okay.
I was in a relationship where the person I was with wanted to be abused.
Was this a sexual thing, or was this just like she
here's the thing.
had major daddy issues?
No, she probably had daddy issues. Okay, here's how it started. Okay, we were in a long-term relationship, and she wanted me to teach her how to fight. That's how it started.
Right.
She wanted me to teach her how to fight, and I said, hey, there's only one way to learn how to fight, and that's to take an ass whooping. That's how I learned how to fight. And I was like, so then it turned into like kind of a, I mean, this is a crazy story, and it's 100% legit too, by the way. 100% legit. It's a real story.
Chris seal of approval.
Seriously. So I started sparring with her, teaching her how to fight, and then it turned into a sexual thing. Like, dude, seriously, I would slap her in the face and she would get turned on. Like,
yeah, that sounds like completely sexual. She was getting her rocks off.
Dude, I'd slap her. And
she's one of those chicks that likes to get beat up during sex, huh?
Dude, okay, so then it turned into like a weird thing, like where if we had an altercation, she would habitually line step.
Habitual line stepper.
Now, was this a tactic to like get you to beat her up and then have sex with her, or was this like?
I don't know whether there was sex
She was
involved.
a habitual line
I think
stepper.
that I think that
Charlie Murphy.
I think that she just got to a point to where I don't know.
It melded into one fucking weird twisted
She,
emotion.
she did have daddy issues, and like, chick was totally crazy, and fuck her too. But,
by the way.
But seriously, like, it turned into this weird thing, like, where she wanted to be physically abused all the time, and then like, if something went wrong in her life, she would test it, and dude, seriously, she got me to snap. Like, I actually, I regret this, but like at one time I hit her like a man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I'm being real right now.
I'll tell you.
Did she ever line step after that?
Yes.
All right, I can tell you,
Okay.
Johnny Taylor Bacabata has a couple stories.
This
Of which,
this dude, I'm telling you, he needs
I
to write a
can't believe
book.
I just said that on the show.
one of which,
I regret it. I have regrets for what I did, though.
one of which earned me a restraining order that was unwarranted. By the way, there was nothing going on at that point. But when you go through a messy breakup, when we go through a messy breakup, like, those things happen. When you go through a breakup and you really still love that person, like, you will beat the shit out of them, but not physically all the time. It would be
it's verbally and emotionally,
every
bash.
time I've ever been in a physical altercation, there was a shit ton of mind fucking that was done
emotional
before
damage
that.
done.
And then the girl would always
I will wreck
initiate
you.
the actual physicalness.
Do you think that the girl was trying to egg on some sort of like physical shit so she could like get you caught up in like a case or something?
No, not like that. No, I think because I have a way of twisting shit and making them seem like the crazy person.
They usually probably are.
Yeah. Every time I've ever been in a physical altercation, they initiated it, and I have done one of two things. One, I've done the famous muff, where you take the face and you
Oh,
launch
you
it.
just you shove her.
I learned about that on a
Okay.
black show. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
What was that?
And there's different
I
kinds
would
of
never hit a woman, but I'd choke the shit out of her. No, I'm just kidding.
right, but I've never close-handed or so I've done the muff.
I did one time.
And then I've done the throw, which is horrible, where you pick them up and throw them. Like, that's the worst. Like,
Yeah.
that's the worst.
That's
That's
not the
worse
worst.
than a muff. Huh?
That's
Hey,
way worse.
that's not the
That's
worst.
like I am about to go to jail.
You know what the worst is? Is actually like taking a wire and like wrapping it around their neck and choking them till they're dead. That's probably the worst.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think we can end
That
on that
is the
note.
worst.
Huh?
So we're gonna close the show out.
I was just stating the worst. What? I was just saying that's not the worst. The worst is when you actually kill your wife.
I get it.
All right.
Yes. Murder is definitely the worst.
I've stayed up at night watching cold case files. You know, like, oh, the husband did it. He did
Yeah, you can tell. Look at his face.
it. Where's my wife? I came home and found my wife dead. Motherfucker, come on. Just waiting for the DNA evidence 20 years later. Boom, motherfucker. Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. Jesus. I took that to a dark place. Let's
Okay, well, the question I had really was more basic. Was, do you guys think that like once a guy crosses that line, and it does get physical for whatever reason, do you feel like that person should or does get looked at as a woman beater or as like a abuser? Do you think? Because it could be a woman too. So
I think it depends on
let's
the
just say
extent.
abuser.
I think it depends on the extent of the abuse.
Some
If he-
people are like, there's no fucking call for it, no matter what.
Well,
there's some people
yeah.
that are like that. You know?
I
Right.
I have a little bit of something I can say. I have been in a relationship where I actually physically abused somebody, and like I now know that I'm capable of that, like of my emotions going there, and like it. I don't think that was ever right. I completely regret it. Like having let myself go there. And like actually harm somebody. Physically that.
Yeah. Okay.
But like
yeah, you never want to do that because
I feel like I deserve. Okay, here's where I'm going. My simple answer to that is I feel like if people knew about that I would deserve that. Like them looking at me in that way.
nobody ever knew about it in your situation. But what if a guy goes to jail or something? Cops actually show up. He goes to jail. He has to go to court and all this shit. She's telling all of her friends. Like, do you feel like that person's gonna live with that for the rest of his life? And people that like knew that, like mutual friends, are gonna be like, that's just a woman beater. That's what he is. That's
It's
what he does.
possible.
Well, I mean, to be labeled that for the rest of your life, you'd have to at least know a little bit about what's going on to
I think
just
you
like
have to be a repeat
judge.
offender.
You know what?
But
Fuck
people judge.
people
That's what
who
we.
judge people.
But that's what we do. We judge.
Yeah, we judge. I know.
We're just a very judgmental
You
STD.
just- we're just a judgmental STD. God, we hate ourselves and what
Yeah,
we
we're
are.
a self-loathing race.
God, I want to punch myself in the face.
But don't do it because you're going to jail.
I will call the cops on you.
Just muff yourself.
Just muff myself. Just, you know what? I'm gonna throw myself on the couch. That's the worst.
That is the fucking worst, bro. Believe me when I tell you, it's the fucking worst. When you see the person you love flying through the air.
Well, that's not the worst.
You're like,
You want me to go into details about the worst? I'll do it again.
No.
No.
No, we got the picture.
All right.
So I guess that's pretty much it. You guys
Yeah.
got any
No.
anything, any shout outs? Anybody you want to say hi to?
hello to Miss Johnny Depp of Vodka Bottle. And I love you. And even if I fucking throw you, I still love you.
Chris,
I just
your
want to say
closing
that
statements.
I love doing the show. fuck bitches.
You
Fuck
know who
haters.
you are. You know who
Nah,
you are. You
she won't even
evil,
listen. Man, fuck her.
purple-haired troll.
Oh shit, you went too far. Fuck her. Hey, fuck you. What he said, bitch.
It's guess what?
I love this song.
Yes, what time it is, my time. You can check your iPhone,